Here's an email from a lady, which I love. We don't get to hear from the ladies. It's a fucking goddamn sausage fest over here. Fucking bratwurst on the fire every goddamn podcast here. He's just a fucker sometime. What the hell is it? Sometimes on Friday nights, I like to watch scary movies with my husband and kids. My husband always gets pissed off halfway through the movie about me being a horrible parent and ushers the children out of the room. These are thriller movies, not gore or extreme violence. Our boys are 7 and 11. They are well-adjusted, good boys. They are on the honor roll at school. We are involved parents and eat a family dinner together every night. All right, well, it looks like you're crushing it so far. We are not parents that expose them to everything and anything, but they do get spoken to about real shit. My issue is my husband lets them play Fortnite, Call of Duty, listen to Eminem, and all alternative rock music. Yeah, well, what the fuck? They can't watch a thriller at that point? They even hear your podcast. I'm fucking sick of being told I'm a bad parent. Well, first of all, if you're going to try to get your partner to hear what you're saying and how you feel, you can't say that they're a bad parent. Who the fuck's going to be listening after that? You're going to get offended, and you're going to get defensive, and then that's going to be the end of any sort of logical conversation, right? Anyways, he said, because I want to expose them to scary movies on occasion. It's something my sister and I always did growing up with my dad, and we were not messed up from it. My husband says that because I work with children as a school administrator, I should know not to expose their minds to this because it will fuck them up. And they're playing, I don't even know what Fortnite is, but I imagine that's one of those gun games. And they're listening to Eminem's in this fucking podcast. I wouldn't let my kid listen to this podcast. My husband says, blah, 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 blah. He will persevere on this topic until I want to punch him in the face. Instead, he ruins the movie, and the kids leave the room, and I go to bed. What are your thoughts on this? Am I a horrible mom? Keep in mind, if there's a sex scene, it's fast-forwarded. Thank you. He's a hypocrite. It's like he can expose him to fucked up shit because he's into that stuff. Fortnite, Call of Duty, listening to Eminem. I don't know what alt-rock has to do with anything, but no, I think they'll be all right. You know, and I used to watch those fucking movies. I was fine. Like, I understand him not wanting them to watch those movies. I get that. But not if you're also letting them do the other stuff. So what I would try to do is just sit down and say, listen, I want to talk to you about this because we keep fighting about these movies. And this is a question. I don't want you to get upset. I'm just asking because I want to find a solution and not have a fight here. Why do you feel that thrillers movies are bad for them to watch, but it's not bad for them to play violent video games or listen to Eminem or the Monday Morning Podcast? And if he huffs and puffs and gets mad, then he's a fucking baby. And what you have to do then is keep your cool. And as he flips out, don't flip out. You have to remain calm. And just sit there and be like, you know, you got to be like Ben Kingsley in Sexy Beast. Like, why are you swearing? I'm not swearing. You stay in that fucking thing. Like, why are you raising your voice? I'm not raising your voice. I'm trying to find a solution here. And you're name calling and you're doing all of this stuff. Like, this isn't acceptable. Maybe, when you calm down and you want to talk about this, all right, I am more than willing, if you can give me a logical reason, I'm more than willing to stop doing this. But if you can't give me a logical reason, I'm going to continue the tradition of watching the movies like I did with my dad, with my kids, and you're not going to come in and ruin them and tell me that I'm a horrible parent. Yeah, you know what? You need to put your foot down, sweetheart. Okay? Yeah, like that. I mean, as far from where I'm sitting, that guy doesn't have a fucking leg to stand on. I would think that sitting there watching some stupid thriller movie is not as bad as fucking playing a video game where you're shooting people. Because I remember I used to play video games, right? And they were just taking up too much of my time. So I literally unplugged the fucking thing and stuck it in the back of the closet. And I unplugged all the wires because I knew I would never be able to figure it back out, how to do it. And I didn't keep the instruction booklet. And I never watched them again, right? Never played them again. But, like, I used to play this sniper game. And when you press down on this one button, it would have that, the Sniper X, and it would, like, focus in on somebody's head. And I played that game so much over the course of a week. I walked out into the streets of New York, and I was looking at people, and I was seeing that sniper thing on their fucking head. Now, I'm not a lunatic, so I didn't do anything, but it was just like, what the fuck is that? Like, I never watched a thriller movie, and then walked outside and thought about, stabbing somebody or shooting somebody. You know why? Because I think the fucking movie, you're not as connected to it, and it's over in like 90 minutes, where like you can spend a day playing a video game, just disappear down a rabbit hole. Yeah, all right. Well, granted, all I heard was your side of the story, but from what I'm hearing, I 100% think you're in the right. So good luck with that. Put your foot down. But I'm telling you, it seems like your husband is an emotional person. So when you get with somebody like that, it's up to you to drive the ship of emotion. You have to stay fucking calm. And if they're flipping out and you're not flipping out, then they just look like an idiot. I don't know. That's basically it. All right, plowing ahead here. Last one. Found out my sister has different dad. Need advice. Okay. Dear Billy Ballgag, I need your advice in a very difficult situation. I'm in my 30s and my sister is a year older than me. Our parents divorced when we were teenagers, and we have always been close. I get along very good with my dad, and I feel like I'm his little twin. My looks, personality, work ethic all resemble my father. Well, that's great. My sister looks nothing like him but resembles my mom. I recently got too drunk with my dad, and his wife and he were complaining about my sister, always calling him asking for money. He has always treated her strangely. Oh, my God. And recently admitted he's not my sister's father. What? And that my mother had an affair with his best friend. Holy shit. His friend he's talking about looks like my sister, and they share many personality traits. So your dad hung in there after that, after his best friend banged his fucking wife, and then raised the kid. Oh, my God. My sister doesn't know, but my mother admitted it, and I recently found a letter from the 1980s from my mother talking about the whole thing. Is it my place to tell her or to talk to my parents and see if they feel like telling her? What the hell should I do? What would you do? I love your cartoon and the podcast. I've seen every episode. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Thank you very much. All that nice stuff. Yeah, I would talk to your mom. I'd talk to your mom, and I'd say she needs to know. All right? And then I would see what the fuck happened. And if she refuses to tell her, then I would talk to a professional, not some fucking shit joke telling comedian, because that's a tough one. I don't know what to tell you on that one, but my advice to you would be to talk to your mom and be like, look, all right, I was cool with keeping the Santa Claus secret, but this is a different ball game, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what I would do. All right, that's kind of a bummer to end on, but wow, that's fucking bananas. Jesus Christ. All right, I got to get my head together, man. I got to do a show tonight in Reykjavik. Hey, and then I go on tour. And then I'm in Copenhagen, and then Stockholm, Sweden, and then fucking Oslo, and then I'm in fucking Helsinki, and then I'm in Amsterdam, then I have a day off, and then I end up in Tel Aviv in Israel. All right? And you know who else is fucking patrolling these waters over here? All Things Comedy's host of Something's Burning, the shirtless wonder, one of the most fun fucking people I've ever met in my life, Bert Kreischer. So definitely go out and check him out. is, I believe I just saw a video of him. He just ended in Manchester, England. And I guarantee you he's got a bunch of new friends out there. If any city was waiting for fucking Bert Kreischer to show up, it's Manchester, England. But he's going to be tearing through Scandinavia. So get your fitness goals where they need to be, because you're about ready to see the machine, Bert Kreischer. All right, go fuck yourselves. I'll check in on you on Thursday.